"That jacket's a joke, old man. You buy that at a costume shop?" The store manager's voice was sharp, loud enough for everyone in the electronics aisle to hear. The old man, late 70s, stood silently, his hand resting on a boxed radio. He wore a faded olive-green military field jacket. Patches frayed, name tag worn thin, a purple heart pinned above the left chest pocket. But it wasn't the kind of jacket you fake. Shoppers paused. A teenage girl nudged her mum. An employee near the register looked up, confused. The old veteran didn't speak. He didn't need to. His silence carried weight. But the manager wasn't done. "You people always want a discount, flashing fake medals like they mean something," he scoffed, smirking as he folded his arms. "Stolen valor isn't cute, it's pathetic." The old man slowly turned, his eyes, clouded but sharp, locked with the manager's. "I buried better men than you," he said calmly. "You wouldn't last 10 seconds in their boots." The manager laughed loudly. "Okay, Grandpa, whatever you say." But just then, the store's front door chimed. 6 men walked in, broad-shouldered, clean-cut, every movement disciplined. Navy SEALs in plain clothes, but unmistakable in posture and purpose. They didn't speak, didn't need to. They saw the scene unfolding and moved in with quiet authority. One of them stepped forward. "Everything all right here, sir?" he asked the veteran. The manager rolled his eyes. "Nothing to see, just some fake vet trying to—" "Shut your mouth," said another SEAL, his voice low but absolute. "You're speaking to a real hero. That jacket, that's from the 1968 Tet Offensive. That Purple Heart, he earned it in Hugh City. Took shrapnel to the chest, pulling his squad leader out of a collapsed building." The color drained from the manager's face. The SEAL closest to him leaned in. "You just insulted a man who's lived more courage in a week than you will in your entire life." A crowd was gathering now, cameras recording. The veteran stood still, dignified, the same way he must have stood on foreign soil decades earlier, back straight, jaw firm, eyes focused. Another SEAL addressed the customers. "This man saved lives, fought for freedoms most people take for granted. That jacket isn't a prop, it's a promise kept." The store went silent. The manager stepped back, stammering. "I didn't know. I thought, maybe next time, think before you mock someone's scars," the first SEAL snapped. A young boy stepped forward, holding his dad's hand. "Are you really a soldier?" he asked the veteran. The old man smiled. "Once, long ago, but I never stopped serving." The SEALs formed a line beside him, not in aggression, in respect. The store manager mumbled an apology, but it was too late. The moment had gone viral. By that evening, millions had watched the confrontation online. Headlines read, "SEALs stand with Vietnam veteran after manager's disrespect." But who was this old man, really? His name was Frank Dalton, enlisted at 18, survived 2 tours in Vietnam, lost most of his hearing to a grenade blast, worked 30 years as a high school janitor after the war. Quiet, kind, the kind of man who saluted flags even when no one else did. He wore that jacket every Veterans Day, every Memorial Day, and sometimes, like today, just because he missed his brothers. The store issued a public apology. The manager was placed on leave. But Frank didn't ask for revenge. He didn't ask for anything. "They stood by me because they know what it means to serve," he told a local reporter. "Not everyone wears a uniform forever, but you never forget the ones who did." The next week, the SEALs invited Frank to a private dinner. No press, no cameras, just brotherhood. He showed up in that same jacket. And when he walked in, they all stood. It wasn't about medals or ranks, it was about something deeper, recognition. That quiet, unshakable bond only warriors understand. Frank sat at that table, surrounded by men half his age, and told stories of sandbags, foxholes, MREs, and losing friends in seconds. They listened, not because he was old, because he was theirs. One SEAL offered him a coin, an emblem of respect, given only to those who've earned it. Frank clutched it in his hand like it was gold. When asked later why they stepped in, one SEAL answered simply, "We don't leave a man behind, not in combat, not in life." And that, perhaps, is what this world needs more of: less judgment, more honor, fewer assumptions, more listening. Because behind every worn jacket, there might be a story that would break your heart. Or maybe you felt something different: hope, strength, gratitude. Drop that feeling in the comments along with your country or city. We read every single message. Hit like, share this forward, and subscribe for more powerful moments like this.